Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Peter Kennedy here, Kennedy's Garage. We have a little 2014 Opel Corsa. Fault code we have P0171. It's an NCT emissions failure. And we have no check engine light on, which should be in there in that section of the rev counter. It actually should be down around here, which I have a little short video done about why it's not working. Okay, right, so we have P0171, which is fuel system 2 lean. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out and I'm going to have a look at, I'm only on OBD, so anyone that's using a generic scan tool might be able to do this. I'm going to look at data. I'm getting myself. Display current date. There, Genie Mac. Huh? Should I edit that little bit of a brain freeze out of it? Oh, what I'm looking at, I'm looking at fuel trims. Might even before we even go look. I nearly know what I'm going to be. I nearly know what I'm going to be looking at here. Deselect all. What I want to look at maybe are my O2. I kind of know where I'm going with this, but because, or for the sake of it, for the filming, I'm going to show you where do I see my short term. You can look at the intake map, maybe there's long term bank 1, but why don't I see? There we go, so again, just in front of it. It'd be a whiz if you could see this crack. Okay, we're going to go for a graph view. For the crack. Okay, our fuel system is lean, so what I'm basically going to be looking at, or I want to see, is this. So there's our short-term fuel trim, 23%. Long-term fuel trim, 32%. I'm not even going to pay fantastic attention at this point in time to lambda sensors and why. Why not? It's because I believe that these things are doing what they're meant to do. This is a longer winded process than what we're going to see here in the video. If I bring up my engine revs, percentage wise, if I bring up my engine revs and I send in more air into the actual cylinders or the engine itself, and I have a leak or air being drawn in somewhere, it's going to get smaller. So what we're going to see is on a short term, we're going to start correcting it. You can see that graph there heading down as the engine revs are brought up about 2,500 RPM. You'll probably hear it at this point in time. You can see our lambda sensors are, at least the first one is switching away mad there. Second one, car is quite cold, not paying any attention to that as of yet. Switches, mimics this, but in a very small amount. A lot of lads don't probably want to know that. But anyway, P0 was a 171 we had. If I leave my throttle off, you can see again our long terms are starting to improve. The minute I leave the throttle off, these things start to go, dare I say, queer again. Short term is going to adjust immediately. The long term is going to take a little bit longer to adjust. But what the fuel trims are is where this engine ECU or PCM is seeing that there's an issue here, and it's adjusting the amount of on time at the injectors for fuel to be injected because of what it sees here with this lambda sensor. Okay, so it's adjusting the amount of fuel it's kind of putting in to keep it as close to stoichiometric as possible. Okay, right, you can see this going back up to where she was. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Will I pause out? I am. I'm going to pause out now and I'm going to get going again. Again, I'm going to say this off camera, sorry about the noise, but in here there's a purge solenoid. A fuel tank vent solenoid, some people call it. I'm going to zoom in. That has failed. That is leaving all the air from the tank into the intake manifold on a permanent basis. What I'm going to do without changing anything, I'm going to hope that I'm going to be able to crimp that. And I'm going to use, what I got in my pocket? I'm going to use this little thing somehow to crimp that hose and let you see the fuel trims correct themselves, okay? Okay, just for test purposes, I've pulled the hose off slightly on both ends and I've crimped it with that. I'm out on the side of the road. I'm just showing you what way that's going to affect our fuel trims, okay? So I'm just at the squeezing that pipe. So now the air from the tank cannot get in because this solenoid has failed. I'm going to show you the fuel trims. Okay, I've just dropped the bonnet, jumped back into the car, and straight away we can see our fuel trims coming back correct. I haven't touched the throttle, so I haven't got the engine revs gone up, but the minute I close that vent valve, because it's leaving in air all the time, not only when it has vapor in the tank to leave in, it's open circuit. It's now blocked. Our fuel trim is coming back, right? We've -7, -5. Or the reason that's fluctuating is because our long term is coming back. Overall, on the long and short terms, we should have, they say, around 10. And if I saw both of them under 10, I'd be quite happy. 10, what they say is total trim. So this one plus this one. So if we have minus number over here and we have a positive number over here, say -2 plus 13 is 11. We're starting to come back to where we're getting back right. Fault code will clear. Fault code will stay gone at this point in time, guys. Opel Corsa, it's on the same on Astras and stuff like that. It's a good little tip, good little pointer to have. A lot of lads can't find this. I'm seeing it a lot where people are getting caught changing lambda sensors, all this kind of stuff to try and fix this problem here, but changing them. That's it, guys. Any my hints and tips are good to you, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you will, and I'll see you in the next cartoon, boys. 2014 Opel Corsa P0171 fuel system lean because of the air getting from the tank up. Okay, actually, come here before I go. Part number: fuel tank vent. Nice small little component. 2 go in. Anyway, guys, talk to you soon.